Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now, today's video is going to be on a heavier topic. A much, much heavier topic. Almost as heavy as the man we're actually talking about. The man being the one, the only, the infamously disgusting and vile creature. Yup, you guessed it. EDP445. Now, for those of you who don't know, EDP is, or was, a commentary channel on YouTube before YouTube actually did the right thing and deleted his channel altogether. He did a lot of sports commentary videos and he managed to get a solid and loyal following on the platform. EDP never reached the massive heights that some of his contemporaries reached in the sports commentary field on YouTube, but he did manage to foster a really loyal fan base thanks to his attention-seeking tactics. I was actually surprised to see that his videos got solid views even up to when he was exposed for being a deviant creature. But yeah, his videos would get upwards of 100k views each, which means that YouTube deleting his channel must have really hurt his bank account, which is the least that could happen to him at this point. Now, for those of you who don't know, basically EDP was exposed for talking to minors in a very sexual manner online. A couple of YouTubers basically made a sting operation on EDP where they created a fake Instagram page of a 13-year-old girl who pretended to be a fan of EDP's, and basically they started to engage EDP in a conversation with like a fan to creator dynamic. Now, instead of keeping the conversation PG, or not talking to an underage fan at all, EDP quickly transformed the conversation into one that was hypersexual in nature. He basically was grooming the girl to the point that he even set up a meeting with the girl at a parking lot, and that's where he was luckily caught in 4K by the YouTubers who pretended to be that 13-year-old kid. They confronted EDP and he basically confessed to everything on camera, which was really shocking to say the least, because at first I genuinely thought that he'd try covering his face in shame or that he would start running away, but then I quickly remembered and reminded myself that we're talking about EDP and, well, running clearly isn't his forte, but talking to little kids apparently is. Anyways, here's some of the footage of the moment EDP was confronted by the YouTubers who conducted this operation.
So I'm gonna say, you have any weapons on you? No. I'm gonna say we were Sophie the whole time, okay? So if you want this to go well, I recommend you have a talk with us, okay? Okay, cool. All right, let's have a talk. Let's go have a talk. How about on that bench right there? Okay. Okay. Let's go have a seat. All right. Right here? Yeah, that's cool. We can just sit right here on this curb right here. Okay, cool.
What's up, man?
What's up?
No fist? Okay. No fist bump?
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be
Okay,
honest.
so
Okay.
so before we get into any of the messages right here, I have 84 messages.
Okay.
So we have you talking to Sophie, correct? Yes or no?
Right.
Okay. Sophie is how old? Before, and again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just need you to tell me the answer. How old is she?
13.
13. Okay. And before we get into the messages, there was sexual content involved, yes or no?
Right.
And you said
Correct.
okay. All right. So again, so what brings you out here today?
Well, I was, coming out here to...
Glasses off.
Disgusting. At one point, when he was confronted by the guys who conducted this whole sting operation, he said that he was actually just picking up cupcakes, which literally sent shivers down my spine, because that sounds like some weird Predator code name, like the whole Pizzagate stuff. But yeah, I just thought that was disturbing as well.
Well, what brings you out here today?
Well, I was, coming out here to...
Glasses off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
Now, what's most troubling and shocking to me is that EDP actually returned on social media after all of this stuff to let people know that he was going to start his own website.
Just want to let you guys know, man, EDP445.com is coming soon. Been about like a week, maybe 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna have a fucking website up and fucking popping and shit, that's where I'm gonna be posting all of my new videos and shit, over there up on the website. You know what I mean?
Yep. This alleged predator is literally going to start his own website. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but doesn't that sound like a fucking nightmare? A literal cesspool of evil all in one place? Like, anyone who still is a genuine fan of EDP's must think that what he did was normal, which is absolutely disgusting and means that anyone that would sign up to that website would likely have similar beliefs to EDP's when it comes to talking to children, and that they'd likely think that it's okay, which in my opinion sounds like a website that could serve as like a gathering of predators and dangerous people. The only explanation as to why EDP is still free to do this is that, like, I'm hoping that law enforcement is thinking of the same way that I am, and that they're going to use the site as a way to monitor and track potential predators online or something. Otherwise, I have absolutely no idea why this man is still allowed to be free, let alone to run his own fan site, or whatever that's going to be. EDP literally needs to be behind bars, or at least have all his social media networks and platforms stripped away from him at this point. He's on camera admitting to talking to a child in a sexual manner. There's literally no ifs or buts. It's all there for the world to see, yet here he is roaming free and creating his own website. There are literally people who are locked up with huge sentences just for selling weed or for doing something stupid, yet this man is, like, allowed to be roaming around, to talk to more people, to talk to kids potentially again. It just seems so fucking, like, it's just unfair. Luckily, this was all a sting operation that was planned by grown adults, but just gets you thinking, you know, like, what if this wasn't a planned operation? What if this was a real kid? Imagine that poor kid who was going to have her entire life ruined by a desperate fat blob of a man. It's actually just heartbreaking. Anyways, guys, do let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think EDP should be allowed to open his own website after everything that went down, or do you have, like, common sense and think that he should be locked up behind bars or at least face some sort of significant repercussion of sorts? Also, please like and subscribe for more videos, and remember, I be me and you be you. Peace out.
Because I'm not like that, you know. Well, obviously the text messages and stuff like that, you know what I mean?